everybody, and welcome back to Bedtime Stories with Fee. Thank you very much for joining me. Now, today's story, the author has sent it to me and asked me to read it for you, so I hope you enjoy it. It's called Hide and Seek, Grandad at the Beach. How exciting, hide and seek Grandad. I wonder if we've got to find him at the beach. Do you think he might be there? I will put all the information for this book in the description below. So if you would like to go and find out a little bit more about the author, go and see what the book's about, or get yourself a copy. It will all be there in the description. So let's see what happens. First of all, give me a thumbs up if you enjoy going to the beach. Absolutely. There is so much fun to be had, isn't there? Yes. It was breakfast time at the Barker home. Their children, Jack, age 7, and Amelia, 9, were already arguing over whose turn it was to clear the table. "I did it yesterday," said Amelia. "But I did it before that, so it's not my turn," said Jack. Like any brother and sister, they argued sometimes. Now, which of you would be arguing with your brother or sister? I don't believe any of you do any arguing. It was Wednesday and Mrs. Barker was feeling quite tired. So far, the week had been very busy, working extra hours at the shop before doing the school pickups each day. She longed for the weekend time to relax. Mrs. Barker interrupted the argument still going on. "Hey, kids, how about we head to the beach on Saturday? The weather forecast is good and we could paddle in the sea and build sandcastles." "Can we, Mum? I'd love that," said Amelia. "Yippee," said Jack. "I want to search for creepy crawlies and crabs. Will Grandma be there?" "I've no idea," said Mum, "but I'm sure we'll see him and Nanny soon." So they're off to the beach. Can you say, woohoo? The arguments had stopped, so Mrs. Barker cleared the table and sent Jack and Amelia to clean their teeth and find their school bags. "Don't be long," said Mum. "We need to leave for school in 10 minutes and we don't want you to be late." Jack and Amelia sighed. They both loved school but didn't like the getting ready bit. I think that sounds a little bit familiar to me. Who likes school? Give me a thumbs up. But who likes getting ready in the morning? I think a few of you will have your thumbs down now, won't you? School is fun, seeing your friends, doing all the fun lessons, but getting ready in the morning, no. They preferred to play on the trampoline or read their favourite book. Saturday arrived and the whole family enjoyed a lazy breakfast. Mr. Barker cooked eggs and bacon. This was Jack and Amelia's favourite. "Yummy," said Jack as he rubbed his tummy. "Can we go to the beach now?" Can you all do a big yum with me for your eggs and bacon? Yummy! "Not until we've helped clear the table and wash up," said Mr. Barker. So Mr. Barker, Jack and Amelia did the clearing up while singing their favourite songs, and Mrs. Barker went to pack the car and enjoyed 5 minutes peace. The beach was only 1 hour away and Jack and Amelia talked non-stop about what they were going to do when they arrived. "Can we have an ice cream when we get there?" said Amelia. Mrs. Barker said an ice cream sounded like a good idea, but perhaps they should wait until after their picnic lunch. That sounds good though, doesn't it? An ice cream. What kind of ice cream are you going to have? Can you get your ice cream cone? Maybe you've got one with chocolate around the top. They're my favourite. And what kind of ice cream are you having on top? I'm going to have chocolate today with little bits of brownie in it. Are you having any sauce? Put your sauce on. Are you having a flake? Put your flake in. Any sprinkles? Anything else? Now we can eat it. Nom 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 nom. Yes! Should we do another yum for our ice cream? Yummy! "I'm hungry," said Jack. He was always hungry and would eat any time of the day. "It's not quite lunchtime yet, Jack," said Mr. Barker. "We are almost at the beach, so we can do some exploring first and then have our lunch." Jack and Amelia were bursting with excitement. "I can see the sea," said Mrs. Barker. Mr. Barker parked the car and they headed down to the beach to find a place to put their bags. The beach was already busy with lots of families playing games and splashing in the sea. The sun was warm and Mrs. Barker was already feeling relaxed after her busy week. She had lived near the sea when she was a child and always loved to visit whenever she could. So they're right by the sea. Can you look out to sea? What can you see on the sea? Can you see any dolphins jumping up? Can you see some seagulls swooping down? Can you see any boats? Ooh, there's a boat right over there in the distance. I wonder if you can see anybody swimming. Jack and Amelia were building sandcastles with their red and yellow buckets and spades. They were having a competition to see who could make the most sandcastles. Of course, brothers and sisters always have to have competitions, don't they? But they look like they're doing a fantastic castle there, aren't they? Amazing! Mr. Barker was joining in as well and was having as much fun as Jack and Amelia. Suddenly, Jack looked down and could see something moving in the sand nearby. Hey, Dad, I think I saw something moving in the sand. Maybe it was a crab. Mr. Barker smiled. Jack moved quickly to investigate, followed closely by Amelia. She was interested but didn't like to touch creepy crawlies like Jack did. The movement in the sand had stopped and Jack waited. Then it started again. Mr. Barker told Jack to be careful as crabs can snap you. Do you think it's a crab? I don't know. Can you get your crab pincers ready and go snap, 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 snap. Let's see. Jack put his hand down and felt something not like a crab, but more like a toe. Jack was confused, but the more he watched, the more it looked like his own toes. Suddenly, Amelia screamed with delight. Ah! She had looked up, and from behind a big straw hat lying in the sand, she saw a face she knew so well. Grandad! She shouted. By this time, Jack also looked round and realised it was Grandad's foot he had found in the sand. Yay! He said, Grandad, 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 Grandad. That's a funny thing to find in the sand, isn't it? Whoopee! Said Jack. They both jumped on Grandad and realised he had been hiding in the sand right next to them the whole time. Hello, Jack and Amelia. I hope I didn't frighten you, said Grandad. They were surprised and laughed so much. Grandad laughed with them. He loved to hide from them, and they loved to find him. They called him Hide-and-Seek Grandad, but they had no idea he would be at the beach today. Where's Nanny? Asked Amelia. She's over there with your mum by the blanket, and it looks like lunch is ready. Shall we go and find them? Said Grandad. Jack and Amelia rushed over to find Nanny and Mum and gave them both hugs. They were all very hungry. They settled down to sandwiches and crisps, followed by ice cream, which Grandad bought for everyone. Grandad loved ice creams. Yay! I mean, that sounds like so much fun, doesn't it? Ice creams, finding people in the sand. What a day. After a short rest and lots of chatting, they headed to the sea with Nanny and Grandad to paddle and splash about. It was such fun, and Jack and Amelia found a real crab this time. It was soon time to pack up and head home. Amelia said, Can Nanny and Grandad come for tea, Mum? Jack was already looking forward to eating again. Of course, said Mrs. Barker. Grandad had chosen fish and chips, as they had been to visit the sea. Jack and Amelia were tired and dozed off in the car and dreamed of their next adventure with Hide-and-Seek Grandad. Yay! Fish and chips for tea. What a good choice. Do you like fish and chips as well? Yes. And they went down and did some splashing in the sea as well. Should we do some splashing? You can jump up if you want and pretend you're splashing in the sea, or you can just splash with your hands and say splish, splash, splosh, splishy, splash, splosh, splish, splash, splosh, splishy, splash, splosh. Yay! And I wonder what their next adventure with Hide-and-Seek Grandad will be. Maybe they'll find him hidden in a ball pit at the soft play. Or maybe they'll see him at school one day. That would be funny, wouldn't it? But I'm sure they have lots of fun and they're always looking out for him. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that story. Thank you very much to the author for asking me to read it. Like I said, if you'd like to get yourself a copy or find out any more information, the link will be in the description below, so go and check it out. But thank you for joining me tonight. And guess what? I'll be back again soon with lots more stories. Thank you. See you soon.